Few topics bring more fear to parents than SIDS, and few topics bring more controversy than vaccines. Hi, I'm Dr. Brittany Todd. I'm a pharmacist, and I want to talk about where vaccines and SIDS intersect. Let's go back in time. So, over 100 years ago, crib deaths was actually very rare, and that's what we called them, crib deaths. But in the 60s and 70s, there were more and more infant deaths that were unexplained. And before 1979, there was a codable cause of death for infants as inoculation or vaccine-related death. But in 1979, they removed that code as a cause of death for infants. And they added codes for sudden infant death syndrome and sudden unexplained infant deaths. In the 70s and 80s, there was kind of a fever pitch of infant mortality. And moms started getting a little scared to vaccinate their kids because they've never seen so many infant deaths before. In the early 90s is when they established the Back is Best program. Putting a baby on their back decreased the risk of SIDS. Great. But what they don't tell you is though sudden infant death syndrome decreased about 8.6% every single year, sudden unexplained infant deaths, mainly from suffocation or asphyxiation, actually increased about 184%. So if you look at overall infant mortality after doing the Back is Best program, it actually did not go down. SIDS went down, but sudden unexplained infant deaths went up, and it kind of was a wash. Now the question is, are vaccines related to SIDS? They started seeing the uptick in infant deaths in the 60s and 70s around the time DPT and polio came on the market, around the time measles, mumps, and rubella came on the market. But there's no study that showed the increased number of vaccines caused an increased number of infant deaths. However, infant deaths continued to rise despite the Back is Best program. I'm not saying don't do Back is Best. It did reduce SIDS rates, but we still have an epidemic of unexplained infant deaths. What's interesting right now is Florida just passed legislation that forces coroners to look at vaccination history of unexplained infant deaths. Did they have a vaccine? When? Which one? And how soon did they have their event, SIDS, compared to when they had the vaccine? That's how you find out, are the vaccines related to SIDS? Is it a timing issue? Is it a specific vaccine? Is it not related at all? So Florida is doing the right thing by saying, let's at least look at it. Because if we start seeing a trend that a lot of these SIDS cases are occurring within 7 days of a vaccine, we might have a concern.